Posted February 23, 2019, 9 hours, 10 minutes and 8 seconds. Super Rugby's Melbourne Rebels have joined forces with Monash University in taking a stand against the use of homophobic slurs in sport. Key points. Almost 80% of 16 to 20-year-olds surveyed had heard teammates use homophobic language in the past 2 weeks. Melbourne Rebels supported the study and the delivery of an education program. Study leader said he was confident homophobic language in sport could be stamped out. The Rebels supported a world-first study, conducted by Monash University's Eric Dennison, which aimed to test the effect of an education program designed to stop boys from using homophobic language. 23 teams from 16 clubs across Victoria and South Australia took part in the research, with 337 boys aged 16 to 20 and 45 adult players filling out a survey. The research revealed 78% of the 16 to 20-year-olds admitted they heard teammates use homophobic language in the 2 weeks prior to the study, and 59% said they used the language themselves. It also showed 81% said they would stop others bullying a gay teammate, and 77% said they would be comfortable playing alongside a gay teammate. Mr. Dennison, who witnessed homophobic behavior when he played rugby union, said the study's results left him confident it could be stamped out in sport. Although he acknowledged there was much work to be done, these boys are just using this language without any thought, and of course it would make gay people feel unwelcome, like I felt, said Mr. Dennison, whose study earned him the 2019 Vic Sport Peter Norman Inclusion Award. But the reality is they don't mean any harm, and they want it to stop, so I'm optimistic we will be able to stop the language. Since the study was conducted, the use of homophobic language in sport has been in the international spotlight. England cricket captain Joe Root drew widespread praise for calling out West Indies bowler Shannon Gabriel after he allegedly made a homophobic slur in a recent test match in St. Lucia. "Don't use it as an insult. There's nothing wrong with being gay," Root was heard saying to Gabriel. Video. Joe Root appears to call out homophobic slur during test. ABC News. Such positive examples will do much to eradicate homophobic slurs, as will the involvement of professional sporting teams such as the Rebels in the education process. Mr. Dennison said he became a bit choked up by the willingness of the Rebels to volunteer their time to speak to the junior players and help to develop the education program. Rebels lock Sam Jeffries did not hesitate in assisting the study and getting the message across that inclusiveness was critical and homophobia should not be tolerated in sport. The point of the program was that even casual homophobia is just the same, and that's putting people who might be homosexual in the exact same position as if you meant it, because it's making a joke of it, Jeffries said. They, junior players, all probably put their hands up and said, "I probably have used that casually before and I didn't really realize the effect it was having. So I think that once we tore back those layers, we had a really good response from the group. Laughing at a homophobic slur is the same as saying it yourself. So if you're laughing, you're agreeing with it." Rebels determined to attack homophobic stigma. Jeffries' teammate Tom English also recognized the need to educate junior players about the consequences of casual homophobia. "You talk to kids who don't really know that the language they're using is hurting someone," English said. "We've attacked the racism stigma, now we're attacking the homophobic one." When people make those off-the-cuff comments, they don't think that there's one person in the room that it may affect. Whether it turns that person away from the game or they go home and feel bad or sorry for themselves, that's not what we're about in sport and as human beings. One of the junior players who took part in the study, 18-year-old Will O'Donoghue, agreed casual homophobia was an issue that needed to be addressed. "I don't think people are aware of what they're saying half the time on the field when it's not related to rugby," said O'Donoghue, who plays for Melbourne club Harlequins. "They're just saying stuff to get into your opponent's head just to throw them off, so there's no real meaning behind it most of the time." Topics: Sport, Rugby Union, LGBT, Super Rugby, Community and Society, Discrimination, Melbourne 3000, Australia.